see, the arrest of General Khumalo was a breaking point. It almost changed the South African police service. Everything changed. That's why we are here. That's why I'm able to say there is intelligence report in 2018. I know of 2019, 2021. There is no such thing as the big five and things they are talking about. General Mkhwanazi, he was angered by the arrest of General Khumalo. Even the press conference was only about that, where he said there is a drug cartel. They are using this tactic of misdirection, commissioners, to, like you say, the PKTT was disbanded because there is a drug cartel which Minister Mtuni wanted to protect. KT Molev, these people were still going to be arrested whether the PKTT was there or not. Now, they just brought a big narrative. If you allow me, Chair, commissioners, I can just 1 minute to show you this thing properly. There is this thing called the misdirection, to mislead how everything happened. I'll give an example of this witness, who came here with the recording. He came with the recording, they say, Brown Mogotsi had 500,000 for him and Senzo Mtunu, and then again, they came with, Kat says, on the recording, I gave Sibia 2 million plus 1 million per month, and I know, the witness, I think I know him. He's having a rank in the South African Police Service. They know, in terms of the law, they're supposed to subject Kat Matlala with his recording to a magistrate for a confession statement and immediately on the spot apply for warrant of arrest for Brown Mogotsi, Senzo Mtunu, and General Sibia. No, they bring it and play it raw here. They just come with information that will never be admissible in the court of law. To say we gave him 500,000, and then on the recording they asked Kat, was it cash or what? He said, no, he was in Cape Town, I sent it. They don't immediately ask from the records, show us the balance or the proof of 500,000. It's a similar thing, Commissioner, with when General Mkhwanazi was speaking in that press conference. Check this thing that he raised. He spoke about the magistrate who imposed a bail condition against the crime intelligence general. Even Nelson Mandela, the most respected president, he never called a press conference with people holding rifles behind him. And General Mkhwanazi speaking about that magistrate, I can assure you, is either he recused, he'll even resign that magistrate. To say, how can he impose a bail condition like that? Whereas he knows they could just apply for the relaxation of bail condition and life goes on. But he was able to threaten that magistrate. He did not even worry during his statement, commissioners, that it was Fadil Adams in Cape Town who opened the case against General Lushaba, the one I spoke about with the housebreaking and stuff, and other cases. What happened in the Cape Town, the matters could not be investigated. It's written on my statement, it is a practice across the country. PKTT and this police mafia cartel, this group of policemen, they don't want to be accountable. When the case could not be opened in Cape Town, he came to Soweto again. And the matter could not be investigated. He requested the IDEC, and IDEC confirmed during the ad hoc that it was a Section 27 referral. But Becky Taylor came to Parliament and said, no, it was Nkabini who wrote the letter. Becky Taylor came to the ad hoc and said, Kat told him, Brown Mogotsi and Senzo, they were together with Kat, he spoke about money. As a former minister, he was supposed to say, where is the date? Call Khumalo, obtain Section 205, locate Brown Mogotsi, Senzo Mtunu, and Kat. They bring is to mislead everyone. They bring information that does not go into work. There's one, just coincidental, there's a priest, that priest, Bushiri. He came now on the light. He's saying he gave Sibia 12 million. He's talking so much money. I can't attest, I assure you now. The period in question, Sibia was not a policeman. But because there's a misdirection, there is something that is concocted just to say this one is doing that. Now, I hope we're going to go into the messages, Commissioner. You will see messages that I sent to Kat, messages that I wanted to publish secretly, came out this Sunday from the, I don't know whether the Sunday World got it, but it speaks of the Inspector General, that's the report. It's there in those messages. They're not talking about it. It is there in my messages that the car, the Mercedes-Benz belonging to the crime intelligence was used, and the AK-47 was taken from the SAP-69 for the death of Magat. They don't talk those things. They want 149,000. They want Mutuni with the... It's just to mislead everyone. They even did that in the absence of the president. We thought Masemola will say, you are not supposed to call a press conference like that. He did not even respect the protocol. No, he's endorsing that. When these generals are arrested, he refused to suspend them. What did he do? He took the same provincial commissioner who was in Western Cape who refused to open those cases. He's now working in the office of General Masemola, Patekile. In 6 days, he met those generals which were arrested, he cleared them and said, internally they are not wrong, they must come back to work. I speak to you now, Lushaba is back to work. I believe General Kumar, the lieutenant, is going back to work this week. It's because of this police mafia. There is something that is colored to mislead everyone. Big Five, the Grat cartel. Gaten McKenzie, the minister, said there is a mafia, Chinese mafia, Russian mafia, spoke so many things. But in this report of the Big Five, there is not even one Chinese, not Russia, nothing. They just orchestrate things to mislead the public. Thank you, Commissioner.
Can we...
Sorry, can I just... You were asked the question about why you entertained the possibility that General Mkhwanazi would resign at that press conference. Now, I'm trying to reconcile that and maybe explain it, that in the preceding paragraph 85, you say, this is at page 18, you say at the end of that paragraph, you say, I was under the impression that General Mkhwanazi was going to have a positive press conference. So you say that, and then in the later paragraph, you then say you are under the possibility, you contemplated that he was going to resign. Is that the positive that you're talking about? That it would have been, you contemplated he would resign, and that is what you had in mind as a positive thing that would happen?
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. In those messages, and I heard him when he was giving evidence here, he said, me and him spoke on the phone. We spoke about how easy it is for one police officer to obtain a section, a J50 for another officer, and these arrests are now happening randomly. I thought on the basis of that discussion, he would bring a press conference that speaks to uniting the police community, uniting the infighting, as opposed to what, or you would resign. That's what actually I said.
So you considered the resignation to be the positive thing? Because I'm trying to make sense of two seemingly contradictory statements that you're making. You contemplated he would resign, but earlier on, you make the statement you thought something positive would come out of his press conference. I'm trying to make it make sense.
Yes, Commissioner, thank you. The paragraph speaks about the conversation that took place after the arrest of General Kumar. And I was under the impression he was going to have a positive press conference, and therefore wrote that above message. But I said the later transpired not to be the case.
All right, I think you've answered me as best as you can. Thank you.
Thank you.